wanabiashara hawa wamepata haki yao ya kufanya biashara.
Now, let's take a closer look at Kenya's stadium story, a tale of dazzling promises and uneven delivery. On one hand, the government celebrates the rapid rise of Talanta Stadium in Nairobi, a flagship project meant to anchor AFCON 2027. On the other hand, across the country, half-built arenas and stalled renovations tell a very different story. Billions spent, multiple commissions, and communities still waiting for facilities that never quite materialize. Vera Mora takes us through.
We trusted the process. Now look.
When President William Ruto unveiled the gleaming Talanta Stadium in Nairobi, he cast it as proof that his government delivers on promises.
Hii ni noma sana.
The 60,000 capacity arena, built at a staggering cost of over 44 billion Kenyan shillings, is racing towards completion in record time, barely 2 years since construction began. Yet beyond Talanta's polished terraces lies a different reality. Across the country, stadiums promised years ago, some dating back to Ruto's tenure as deputy president and a retired President Uhuru Kenyatta, remain stalled, abandoned, or overtaken by weeds. The Rirungu Stadium, for instance, first commissioned by former President Uhuru Kenyatta in June 2017, it has since been launched multiple times. In 2023, Ruto himself commissioned its construction, but little progress followed, and the contract was terminated after commissioning over 250 million Kenyan shillings. By 2025, the project was handed to the Kenya Defence Forces with an estimated cost of 800 million Kenyan shillings. 9 months later, the largest stadium in the Mount Kenya region, intended to serve Murang'a, Kirinyaga, Nyandarua, and Nyeri counties, remains unfinished. In total, the Kenya Kwanza administration has already spent close to 1 billion Kenyan shillings in this project. In Kericho, the shells of half-built arenas stand as monuments to broken pledges. Ahead of the 20th Mashujaa Day in 2023, the government budgeted 400 million Kenyan shillings for renovations at Kericho Green Stadium. Locals say all they saw was painted dancers and nothing more.
Galia Stadium, tulikuwa tumeweka tartan track hapo mbeleni. I think it was in 2020. Kwa ile renovation ilifanywa wakati ya Mashujaa, tartan track haiko. Na ukiangalia pia kiwanja bado haijafika ile standard inafaa.
Yule ambaye alipewa kandarasi siku hii aunde stadium hii, najua kwamba labda kuna kazi alibakisha. Tunaomba kwamba kama ikiwepo kazi ilibakia, lazima kuja kamilishe. Kama kuna ile pesa retention ambayo alikuwa anafaa kulipwa, hasa nafaa kuikamilisha vile ilikuwa katika BQ.
Design yenye ilikuwa inafaa kuundwa, ilikuwa inafaa ibadilishwe nyasi. Ukiona hii nyasi ni ile ya ng'ombe. Hapa mvua ikinyesha season ya mwezi wa 4 vizuri, hakuna game inachezwa hapa. Inakuwa kama ni shamba ya ng'ombe.
After the celebrations, Ruto renamed it Kiprugut Chumo Stadium. But 2 years later, little has been done. Notably, the stadium had previously received 37 million Kenyan shillings in 2020. Altogether, 437 million Kenyan shillings has been allocated here, with little to show. Then there is Mombasa Stadium, once touted as a coastal jewel. For over 15 years, it has languished unfinished despite repeated promises. Recently, the national and county governments handed the project to the military, with the Ministry of Defence confirming a fresh 1 billion Kenyan shillings allocation. The plan is to rebuild it to FIFA standards with a proposed capacity of 15,000 seats and complete it by December. But the clock is ticking. So when President William Ruto points to Talanta Stadium's rapid rise while other projects stagnate under the same administration, the question becomes unavoidable. Is the government prioritizing optics over equitable delivery? Vera Mora, KTN.
Such a pity for a country that is renowned across the globe as a sporting powerhouse, especially in matters athletics. Now on that note, we take our second breather. We'll be back with more, including what is happening, what is the latest from the world of business with Kelvin Nyakundi. Do stay with us.